Alright everybody, hello and welcome to the first game in our Discord Community Throwdown semifinals. Tonight we have our number 1 squad, Team Primal, going up against the number 4 squad, 2 Flexy. And I'm excited. Tonight we got a couple of people here with us. If you watched last round, then you definitely heard Beatdown Boulevard's lovely voice. Welcome back. And we have a newcomer in Muppins. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing just great. How are you?
Oh, always good. It seems like I get just perennially better, or maybe not perennially, but whatever. Each time I get better because these matches, they're just getting more and more important.
Yeah, that's true. I think the word you're looking for is periodically, by the way.
Yes, sure. Whatever means every time. Whatever is fancy, it's okay. I'm no wordsmith. I'm just a tournament organizer. What about on your end, Muppins?
Everything is going fantastic. I'm excited to be a part of this group and see what we have today with Primal going against 2 Flexy. I've actually casted a few of these players here, and we'll actually kind of see during the tournament kind of what pans out. I'm really excited to see these average, the team average with the SR here is really good, going with the diamonds, and I was seeing the low masters as well, so that's always gets my skin bubbling and my a little bit of
No, it definitely does. We do typically run with that 3250 cap. However, there are a couple of additions. There's going to be a master support, like you mentioned, on the side of 2 Flexy, and Primal's going to be running one of their higher diamonds as well. But speaking of, let's go ahead and get some captains in here. Let's talk to them and see how they're doing. Let's bring Jive Turkey from 2 Flexy in. How you doing, man? What have you guys prepped for? Give me the skinny, because you guys had a really close match last time with Primal, and what are you gonna do this time to change things up?
Well, I don't want to give away too much, but we've been working hard, practiced a lot this week, put in the hours. We studied their VODs, we studied what we did wrong last time, so I think we're in good shape for this time. We're going to be better.
Beatdown, what are you thinking?
Yeah, good to hear. The only thing I really want to know is what's your main goal right now?
We just want to crush Primal, maybe make them cry.
Wow.
Haven't decided too much. We really don't like these guys. They're just generally annoying. So This is for the whole server, honestly.
This is for the server. You guys are
I'm
taking
mad
on
at the people.
the meme squad.
No.
Shots fired.
All
My
right.
God.
Well,
Yeah.
Look, hey, we encourage trash talk, so here's some fine work from Jive Turkey. So, look, hey, then we hope everything that you guys went over pays off. I know every time I boot things up, I'm hoping for a really close match because I want to see some major throwing down. But without further ado, we're gonna see if Primal's got a response from this trash talk. No, I'm just kidding. We won't tell him. We'll be completely unbiased.
Well,
but good
you
luck.
can if you want. I don't mind. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good luck.
But I'm
Have
not anymore.
fun. And we'll talk to you later.
Take care.
All right. Wow, that was fierce. That was some men's cologne level fierce right there.
Oh yeah, I like it. Well, hey, like you said, encourage trash talk, and we got exactly what we wanted.
We did. Well, all right. Let's see what Visors has to say. All right, and we now have Visors in the channel with us. How you guys doing? What's going on over there?
Well, we hadn't had much time to prepare for this game, but, our raw talent and skill is going to bring us through this, I hope. So we're just going to look forward to having a good time here with our compadres, and hopefully we can take this victory.
So somehow I don't believe that you guys haven't been practicing very much, but nevertheless, I'm going to let Beatdown and Muppins grill you guys.
All right, Visors, you excited?
Oh, yeah, I'm more than excited. I'm actually getting butterflies in my stomach right now.
Okay, so you're ready to go, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been
right.
warming up in the practice range, so I think I'm prepared.
How much practice do you guys go through to kind of prep for this, would you say?
About once a week.
Once a week. I don't know. I see you guys on a little bit more often than that.
Yeah, we usually like playing Fortnite. It's a pretty good game right now. But overall, we're gonna grind out some Overwatch in the off season, really improve on our teamwork. So yeah, we're pumped for that.
All right. Well, you guys had a close match last time. Is there anything? Are you guys going to be holding true to what you did to get the win the first time, or do you think you have any different strats? What's going on here?
Well, last time we 3-1 them, I think. Yeah, it was pretty good game.
It was,
for
but the
us.
score was close also.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that time we 3-1, I think this time we're gonna 3-0.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. Well, I think they're ready for you. So I guess without further ado, let's get this thing rolling, and I think it's
Yeah,
time to
let's
throw
go.
down. Okay, guys. Well, after those interviews, I don't think there's too much more we can get into besides starting off this match, which this round means we're going to Eichenwald. So our map pool today is Eichenwald, Nepal, Rialto, which should be exciting in my opinion, Anubis, and Oasis if we go to map 5. But hey, like I said, these teams are ready to throw down. I say we let them.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semifinals. We're gonna go ahead and have an exciting play for you guys. Being in that mid-diamond range, this is gonna be hot, this is gonna be spicy, and this is gonna be coming at you guys as a full-on overview of the game of Overwatch.
So yeah, we are down to the final 4 here, and these guys are going to decide who is going to make it.
Just taking a moment here to see a reset happen. Quite a bit of resets happening. I think this is just one of those meme things that we heard that they like to go ahead and do, as they're just continually jumping off the edge. Maybe showing their picks, showing what they're really looking for, showing what they're doing. I don't know. What do you think is going on there, B-Town?
I really think they're just it's commonly done to just do it's a little bit of mind games. Like, oh, I see they got the Reinhardt, Zarya, and the Sombra, but now it makes them wonder, like, did they show that on purpose? Is that what they really have? Are they trying to psych us out? It really leaves you guessing. I don't know if that ever actually works, but it's definitely something to do.
We do have red as Flexy here, and Primal's going to be blue, if I'm not mistaken. Does that sound about right there for you?
4,
That sounds about right.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
All right, so what are we looking here for the hero lineup? What are you thinking, expecting here?
It's going to be a lot of Death Ball. It's going to be pretty standard stuff for the most part, with the exception of Visor on the Doomfist. They're going to have to be really careful in dealing with it, especially with all the walls here. He can take full advantage of his Rocket Punch. Unless he dies.
Jordy down there, so we have disadvantage coming in for Primal as they're trying to push back and hold that point as best possible. Oh, going to the small room with the man with not enough. Shoot is getting that triple for the team of 2 Flexy, and I think this is going to be a cap point just for them.
Yeah, I think one of the most dangerous things about Team Primal's Doomfist is about their team comp is the Doomfist, but they got rid of him right away, and on top of that, they got rid of the Mercy as well. You know how difficult it is to hold point A, so when you lose 2 key members like that, it's pretty much guaranteed.
Pharmacy high up in the air with Primal trying to do that advantage for being on a tier higher than what the ground is. There's some all banter going on here with Ace coming on the backside of 2 Flexy. We see them trying to get those attacks off, especially holding Castle high, just doing a little additional damage.
Yeah, now we see, actually, that 2 Flexy is running what people now know as the GOATS comp. It's the triple tank, triple support with the Brigitte. Although it is a little questionable because they do have... Oh, and now we'll see the Rocket Barrage come out and find nothing.
Go Coalescence in the back, try and support the rest of 2 Flexy as Primal slowly getting taken down. Regrowth on the next of the kill spree. Oh, with Rogue close to finish that. They're trying to get around as best as possible, but 2 Flexy is too flexible for them as they put down the pressure.
Very well said. They really need to just take these engagements a little better. Against a comp like this, as long as they can keep the tanks at bay and give Polar the time to do his work, they should have no trouble in actually dealing with this. They have Visors, they have the Pharah, who actually can't be touched by anybody on the team, aside from maybe Dev 13.
Going with a long tire in the back, did connect there, so Primal gets the 2 on top of 2 Flexy. Having the advantage coming in here with the fight. They're going to get D.Va out of mech. She's going to go down swiftly as she tries to reset, but does get that, so does not get any boost for Primal.
Yeah, whether intentional or not, it's definitely in the best interest of Primal that Giant Turkey just dies immediately and now reset. Going to be building some armor, actually, with the rally just to prepare themselves for this next fight.
Ace ready maybe to put a ace in the hole or hole in the ace, whichever way they say that and how that really saying goes. But I think they're like I said, they're prepping for it. We're waiting for it.
That's right.
Well, the fight's coming in here. 2 Flexy pushing up against being aggressive into the front line, but we do have Regrow with the shatter. Good connect with 3 already coming out there. So Regrow with the pin coming in there, even better. You see the Banter coming back and forth. Polar does have that high ground and taking advantage of the 2 Flexy with the Graviton Surge coming in there. The double kills looking real to the triple, and it's a cleanup by Primal.
They're really bold throwing the Graviton right in front of the D.Va, but it ended up working out for them, and they still have 2 ults going into the next fight. Although Rogue Killer does have the Graviton Surge, and that could really turn it around there. But it all depends on how well they respond to it, because Racer does have the Transcendence. They either want to bait that out or just straight up kill him before throwing it off. I think that would be their best chance.
A little bit higher, there we go. We have the Primal Surge coming in here as well. There it goes with the double, and then they blew a lot of ults coming in here to finish it off. Was not advantage enough for them to go in there with Polar with the barrage ready. We'll see this being used high in the background as the fire does go into their background. There we go, Regrowth trying to hold that back, but it's not enough as Primal does take the kills off. A little bit of an advantage now. 2 Flexy not able to hold up as we do see Rod trying to go in there and beat up the rest of the front line with the smash coming in there. Did only take down 1 with the charge as well. Good pin and connect. Coming out by Regrow to finish that up. We just have nothing but Myth busting, man. I think that's reset. And yeah, he did. He jumped off the edge.
Yeah, I gotta say, that was a really good comeback from Primal there. You know, that it looked like they used so many ults for nothing, but they did end up taking down Oh No Potatoes. Losing the Mercy usually almost always means you lost the fight. However, between Visors and Racer, they did manage to get enough healing. Visors actually built up the rally, and the icing on that cake was Regrow actually came in clutch, built up the shatter, and use that to turn it around. Now, neither team has both ults. However, Rogue Native is getting pretty close to the grab, so I think 2 Flexy is I think Primal is gonna have to go for an economy push now. They need to build some ults up and prepare for a fight where they can actually make some progress.
Ooh, Regrow going in deep there, but Ace already with the kill in the back line. There it is, 2 Flexy does have the advantage coming in here now. Polar gonna be the next here, taking a significant amount of damage, but taking down and shoot it instead. They're gonna have to retreat just a little bit, but Jive Turkey is high and above the ground, trying to get those shots off. Already 51% to an ultimate. We'll see how this fares out if they start taking friendly fire back and forth.
That's right, and it's crazy. Visor's already had another rally built it back up just to pretty much keep his team ready and going for the next fight. Now, Oh No Potato has the Valkyrie too, so that support ult's going to be really helpful. They actually just overall have a much better ult advantage here. I think the only one who's really going to get something next fight is probably Ace and Ace Fizzer. So that pulse bomb is going to have to come in really huge.
60 seconds remaining.
Ooh, 60 seconds left on the clock, so we're going to see some clutch plays coming about 2 Flexy because they need to push this to the point. We're not even to the second point yet. They haven't opened the gates to the Eichenwald Castle. What are they going to do?
Yeah, they're rotating from the back because it looks like they want to kind of catch them off guard, make a better position, get a better position. However, you usually want to do that very quickly before they can really notice. But it seems like they're a little too slow on it, and now they're suffering for it.
Real Primal slowly collapsing on 2 Flexy. Have to get taken down into the back. This is just nothing. Oh, trying to barrage the front door, not let them out. But it is a 2 versus 2, so 4 versus 4. Even fight right now with Primal versus 2 Flexy. Graviton Surge was a waste. No one got into it, but D.Va kind of slowly trickled back into that line as Polar gets taken down and Racer in the back as well. I think 2 Flexy has a chance to go ahead and push this back in there. They're so spread out and so scattered with that connection not making by Regrowth. It was a wasted shatter on that team, but a good defensive coming in by Racer. We'll see how they can get that even better by Myth. There we go. Let's see him go and push back onto the point. Primal able to go ahead and push this back just a little bit more, but no, they need to get a pick. This is a desperate time for Jive Turkey with the far versus far in the sky. Who's going to be really taking the one down? Oh, there it was. Polar coming in clutch. AC coming in as well. That's 3 down by 2 Flexy. They're not going to be able to hold this out as Primal goes ahead and defends the rest of the point.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be it. Only one Rogue Killer left on the point, about to get DMAC and finished off. Overtime runs out, and that's going to be it.
Score
No,
0-1.
really good defense here from Primal. They used their ultimates so well together. Regrow honestly is the MVP of that round. I don't think a single charge went off where he did not get some sort of value, either an immediate kill or a setup for one as well. And you know, I think 2 Flexy just switched I think Primal switched the comps up just a little. No, I do mean 2 Flexy. 2 Flexy switched their compositions up just a little too much. I think it prevented them from really building up the ultimates they needed quickly enough.
I believe you're right. They came in with a little bit too slow of a turn there. Jive Turkey went to Afara a little bit later than anticipated, and I think that's what was really actually devastating towards to Flexy and then be able to go ahead and push that back out. But I mean, Primal, they did a great job on holding that. We saw great plays coming out by both teams.
They did. I think most of it was that, they waited too long to deal with Polar on the far. They actually just had no response for him. At first running a very tank-heavy composition with only the Diva actually able to contest him. And then, very briefly, Ace switched to the Widowmaker. Couldn't get enough value out of it. Decided to swap off. Didn't stick with it. And then at the end, they finally decided to try running a Pharah to oppose Polar. But you know what? It was too late by the end. One lost fight, pretty much guaranteed they lost that round.
And lost indeed. Let's see if they can go ahead and get this out just a little bit faster, maybe a little bit better. We're not really seeing a 303, a Ghost, a 3 healers, a no DPS, whichever way you want to call it or lay it down. Really, it's just going to be a standard open for Primal.
Yeah, this is actually quite literally what they ran in the last round. It worked so well before, I don't see why not. Jive Turkey's going to be on the Macrino. This might be a little different. It's really going to be up to him to at least contest Polar, not give him the space to do whatever he likes, and that's going to be a good start there coming from Ace.
Already down on 1, so the healer really devastating for the team, as 2 Flexy does have a top on 2 there. Polar being down as well, they're just kind of pushing him back. It's going to be a reset real quick for Team Primal.
Yeah, very good start to the round there. Holding up point A is so difficult, so, any one fight, I think, is very beneficial to any team.
In the back line, they're just trying to get those shots up, and that's the advantage that they need to go in on there. They can go ahead and collapse them more. The charge was real, but it got taken down even quicker as they do have a disadvantage now. 2 Flexy down with 2. Leading 4 back on the point. They're going to clean that up. The shots being called out with a good shot as well with the hammer. Jive was down, but no cleanup going up by Primal. That might be devastating. In the background with the charge into the wall. Great job coming up by Shoot It as he does take down the other. When we go into this one more time with a defensive ult coming out by Myth busting, man. They're busting some myths right now because those shots are coming out as Primal says, no, we're going to clean it right back up. Charge coming in. There it was. The connect was so real, but they're not be able to clean it up as we do see Barrage coming out by Polar. Going to be reset here for 2 Flexy as they take the point for Primal.
Not too bad. Held it for almost 2 full fights. Still, 5 minutes is pretty decent time bank. They do have their work cut out for them now. We're going to see Jive Turkey switch to the Widowmaker. Actually, Visor is going to do the same, but that's a little rougher for Jive because he has to deal with some trouble on 2 fronts. Got to deal with Polar, giving him pressure, and obviously the threat from the enemy Widow, just one shot at you.
Mythbust, man, trying to get Polar, just trying to peek over the top there. Not able to get it quite just yet, but they're just doing a little bit of poke damage here. We're seeing them trying to hold a high ground as well. 2 Flexy, trying to get flexing around here.
Yeah, for sure. They felt what they were doing before wasn't working, and it makes sense to switch. Now we're going to see the Junkrat tire from Ace.
Waiting for it. Tire does go in, gets into. Oh, a smash coming out by Regrow. Saying not Tire's not going to connect with my team. As Primal does push this in, they technically do have the advantage. But with Widow as a defensive, trying to take those shots out there. So you're not able to really land any of these right now. Great job by Racer. Just the heals in the background, just sustaining the rest of the team. They're slowly pushing this in to a very slow victory.
Yeah, it does seem the case. Polar is really applying so much pressure there to Jive Turkey. He's really struggling right now. Can't quite land the shots that he needs to. Well, Visor's doing a lot of good work on their side, and that's the reason they're doing so well right now. They're actually getting really close to the point, too.
No, Rogue just kind of wasted the ult there. They went right off the edge into the hole-in-one themselves, if this is golf or anything. Already out of mech, Primal does have the advantage here. This is going to be a cleanup as they try to rush into their AC Fizzer. Does try to get it as well. AC Fizzer itself. But no, gets taken down very swiftly, as this is going to be a point straight for Primal.
Yeah, that's right. In that last fight, you have maybe 3 meters to go. Might as well just blow all the ults you got.
Great stall, great coordination. Regrow stops him by getting on there, especially with having that hammered down. As Polar did come in here with that surprise barrage that needed them to see. It was just so clutch. It was at 93%, and then it was able to go ahead and clean it up once more. No, this wasn't the barrage we were hoping for. These are not the barrages you're looking for. Maybe a little bit of Star Wars, I'm feeling like. We'll keep the copyrights a little bit safe there. But, otherwise, it was still great. Other side.
Oh yeah, still great for sure.
Excellent.
Definitely a good start to the round. That's definitely what we want to see here, especially in the semifinals of Discord Throwdown. So now we're gonna go to the next map any second. Still, although Primal did take the first map, I still think it's anybody's match. Flexy is still playing pretty well. I think they just need to clean up their comms a little bit, focus on the team. What am I trying to say? Focus on team focus, like focus fire. That's what I'm trying to say. Focus fire on the same targets, you know, keep the comms going on. And I think stick to a composition for a little longer than they tend to, because swapping around too much like they have been really affects your ult economy, and that's not something you want in Overwatch.
Having a deficit on ult economy means either, hey, you're win or lose it just by pure assassination, if anything. We'll get those headshots off. It's really about accuracy, especially when it comes down to the DPS, the front line. We saw them doing a pretty good job, but you know, I think like what you said, it's just going to be mainly based off of that ult economy. If they had that, or maybe they didn't have it. And that's what was their deficit and not able to take that point. But a good job for Primal as they pushed it in for point number 1.
Definitely. Now in this next round, I think they just need to work on that. I think Ace needs to come out to play a little more. You know, he really needs to start getting more kills, because the rest of the team is doing quite well. I just think the DPS need to just push it just that one step further. Start getting those kills, turning team fights around, that kind of thing.
Now, this is actually a really exciting map, because what we see a lot of play, especially with the Diamond era, is we're going to see some environmental play coming out here, as we can already see Primal is showing some of those environmental heroes that we like to see being played on this map, with a Lucio and also an Orisa. Now, maybe might trade up to a Hog, but we're not sure here. That's a lot of DPS coming out by Primal, but we'll really see. This is a fun map to kind of get really kind of cheeky with the map surroundings.
Yeah, for sure. I think we can all agree, no matter what level of play you're on, maps like Nepal Sanctum or Boop City.
Boop City. That sounds like a song. Kind of like Owl City, except for Boop City.
Yeah, except Owl City is actually the artist.
Exactly. Boop City is the artist too. It could be an artist. What if that was Lucio's real DJ name was Boop City?
Oh, that'd be really interesting. Who knows? Could be his alternate, alter ego, as a lot of rappers like to have.
Ooh, we're literally making Overwatch lore right now. Tune in to the cast to find out what happens next season. Alright, very standard here where you have the open. As they try to go for the fights, a little bit of pull. They try to get those shots off. Regrowth went for the pull, but did not work. A little bit spread out from Primal, but Too Flaky Jive Turkey is being taken down themselves as they're trying to fight onto that point. There goes the hop in, and a good contestant with Rod as they follow in there. Ace Fizzer just kind of back up that line. There's not too much kills coming off right now. A lot of sustained healing coming up by both healers on either side. There's going to be really who gets that first pick, and there it is. 3 kills already by Primal. Flexy's going to have to reset.
Very good play out of Primal here. They, instead of the Zenyatta, they did go with the Lucio and make full advantage of the speed boost. Completely rotated, took to the side of Flexy, literally like ran onto their side and then forced them off of by either killing them or just forcing some of them to regroup because they know they lost the fight. Definitely a good start. They're now way ahead with ults. However, actually way ahead's a bit of exaggeration. I think Flexy is just behind them, but still, capture percentage in Primal's favor right now.
And technically with a higher ult economy coming up by Primal, we'll see if they hold this in here. Though it's a long range that they went around there with the Farah now. Does have missed it with Polar taking him down. Polar popping off. Ace in the background trying to go ahead and get him down, but oh no, too much with the bongos already coming out by Regrow. That's gonna give them enough to go and take down the rest of Flexy as they just get smashed around on point. Ace is trying to desperately hit that back end, but it does not land as they continue to successfully take the point.
Yeah, Jive Turkey going down was really bad for them. They needed that extra damage. Otherwise, that dive was very good. But now we're going to see a swap here from actually pretty much a complete overhaul besides the Far Mercy. Now Shoot It that's going to be on the Rhine. They're going for a Zarya Rhine Deathball. This might be a little difficult for them. They got to watch out for Rogue Native, not eat any of the Gravitons. Still, now it's pretty late in the game. 70%. They only have 2 ults that they get on Primal.
Ace Fizzer with a Valkyrie ready to go ahead and pop. If they can get that off. No, Polar with a double pop. coming out there. Oh no, is trying to go ahead and get that potato. As it does not get enough, as Judith is trying to swing around there. We have to have a high bomb coming out by Diva, and it does stick to Ace in the back there, still with a higher damage coming out by Primal. This is going to be a slow sweep up by 2 Flexy. The boop was real by, oh no, potato, but charges coming back in. This is left and right by both teams. There's more though on Primal's side. We're going to have to come in here and clap back onto both the healers as Jive Turkey does come out there. No, what a turnaround! They're going to be able to go ahead and cap the point. Good job for 2 Flexy.
Yeah, very good flipping the point. Maybe a little overkill with the Earth Shatter, but regardless, they did capture it. However, they did at 99%. They now can't lose a single fight if they don't want to lose this round. Quite a precarious position to be in. However, they're getting pretty close to some ultimates, so they might be able to do it. Still, Ono Potato is going to come in probably with the sound barrier. It's going to give the team a lot more meat, able to survive the onslaught.
Here we go, charge ready to go in here as it does get taken down very quickly. The bongos are lit and ready for fire. Ace being taken down shortly. We do have a Grunton coming here as well. The surge is not enough or close enough either as Primal's just popping off on top of 2 Flexy. The sound barrier does connect to sustain the rest of 2 Flexy. Is high on the ground as Ace is going into a battle mercy in the backline with visors, but not enough to go and take him back down. Clumped up and ready to go. Primal does have an excellent defensive matrix ready to go in here as well. So they have the fight ready as Ace puts on the barrage, the heavy damage to take down that shield. Regrow is taken out 2 Flexy, and this is just going to be a trickle for 2 Flexy. I believe this point is going to be straight for Primal themselves.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. Just denying the inevitable here. However, it's not the... Yeah, that's it. Point's going to flip. Going for the red is not going to work. Only one person left. And the circle never ends.
Oh, respawns coming in just too real. You know, at that point, when they went into an overtime, it immediately brought it into a 12-second respawn for Primal, but that was okay. 2 Flexy have the chance, but I think they're just too Flexy and not able to get those kills.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case. 2 Flexy. This is kind of the problem with 1 capping so late and switching to the Zarya so late in the game. You know, the Graviton takes so long to charge. You really need to give yourself more time to actually build it up because that's such a big important reason on why you pick Zarya. That ult is so strong, but without it, you're just a tank who can do a little extra damage. So probably a late switch, definitely a late cap. They still have the chance to turn it around here. It looks like they're actually going to run the GOATS comp once again. I take it back. They're running... No, they are running the GOATS comp. They're just swapping some rules around. We're going to see how this works out. Visors on the Reaper might have something to say about it, though.
Very common to do a brawler here. 2 Flexies definitely want to go in there, but I think Primal's ready to go ahead and respond to that. With the main wall already high in there, so freezing it up, but the charge does come in hot as well. Jive Turkey, things sniffing him out damage, does go ahead and go around the backside. Visors being on heavy damage as well, closer to an old economy. Primal's ready to pop up, but Rogue is out of position, but comes back very quickly as they do finish up the rest of 2 Flexy. It's just Lucio trying to run away. Myth busting, man, you got to get out of there before you get busted yourself.
Yeah, you know, that's the tough thing about fighting the Mei Reaper on this point. The Mei can wall you off and separate you from the rest of your team. When you run this GOATS comp, it really is more than any other comp about the focus fire. All of you need to be 5 foot in front of the enemy and focusing them all at the same time. So when you get separated like that, it hurts. But they're still going to stick with it, getting close to some ults. Hopefully, the Earth Shatter that Shooting is about to get can change something.
There we go, separated already, so if they go and take these tanks down very quickly, their team's gonna have nothing to do about that. Oh, it is open, so their backline is totally exposed. Visors is going for the kill as he slowly tries to fade into the back. Their Wraith is still used though, as Regrowth kind of pushes them back around with that wall. That was still good picks coming out by Primal.
Definitely, you know, they need to be more mindful of the Mei wall. It's so strong, and when you're in a tight choke, there's really nowhere else for this comp to be able to go, aside from just going all the way back and around the stairs, but that takes way too much time. They need to bait the wall, and once it's done, they need to fight together. But now they're going up top. Looks like it'll be much harder for the wall to separate them this way. They still need to be mindful.
Oh, here we go. We do have Polar going in the background with a high noon. There it is. Polar tries for it. Doesn't get it, but oh, Primal cleaning that back up. They only used a couple of the ultimates, so they do have technically an advantage coming in here. There's his Visors goes into. He thought he didn't even need to use a Death Blossom. How deep is Primal going as they take out 2 Flexy just one more time?
Yeah, now it looks like we're pretty getting... even if they cap it, they'll definitely be within one fight territory. But still, if they have 4 ultimates, they might even get the last 2 in the middle of the fight. This is now or never. They really need to be careful. Visor's hiding out on the side here, going for an early Death Blossom, it looks like. He wants to stop them before they even get to the point.
It's going to be risky play coming out here, especially with the early Blossom. As we go to the wraparound, there goes 2 ult, coming out by 2 Flexy. They're ready for it, but the shatter was not enough, as we do have Snowball doing some work for the rest of the team. Primal is able to freeze off some of his team, and there goes the Blossom to the corner, taking out the rest of 2 Flexy as they slowly get decimated on the point. This is going to be another win here for Team Primal.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to win this point candidly, 9-0 and 2-0. So map 2 goes to Primal.
2 to Primal already in the bank with that deposit so heavy in there. I'm very interested to see what this is going to look like for this play of the game. Might have been a Reaper, but no, Jive. This might have been when they're trying to hold the point and push it back off of a 99%.
Oh, I remember this. This was a good play for sure. Probably the only reason they didn't end up getting held 99-0.
Give him just a little bit extra so it didn't look too much of a decimation, too much of a scar on the back of life. They were able to go ahead and pick that up and turn it back around, especially with that quad coming out by Mr. Turkey himself.
Yep. So now in the next map, the next map could be the final map here. However, 2 Flexy still has a chance to turn this around.
They do. We definitely hoping for a 3rd round here into even possibly a 4th. Because, I mean, this is just going to be rough because it's going to be a clean smack round for Primal themselves. But 2 Flexy might be able to have the chance to go ahead and pick that up and turn it right back around. We'll go ahead and see what happens. Maybe Jive Turkey can come out with another quad with a barrage. Well, you never know. Mythbusters been doing a great job getting the back line as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see the team comps up because it looks like the next map we're going to is Rialto.
Rialto, heard that one was a fan favorite, especially for an Orisaya doing some pulls off into the water. Someone want to take a dip? If you want to have fun with this map, you go Soldier 76 and you put on the bathing suit, along even with a McCree, so that way they're ready for fun in the sun, as Rialto is the ultimate vacation spot for Overwatch. That may not be true, but we'll go with it anyways.
I mean, I don't think that's too much of a hard sell. Rialto, if I remember correctly, is in Italy, and who doesn't want to visit Italy?
It is the area of love, what they say. I think this is the reuniting, or maybe this was the anniversary of Reinhardt and Anna. You never know.
I don't think they were ever married, as much as everybody would love to see that.
You know what? We won't crush the dreams of the fans. We'll keep letting ourselves dreams as well.
You know what? I'm with you on that. But either way, so now we're going to be heading to Rialto, and hopefully 2 Flexy wakes up a little bit and tries to make this a series. It's not too late. This is Escort. They do have a chance here if they run the dive that we like to see them run.
So let's see who's gonna be attacking first here. Are we looking at maybe Primal or 2 Flexy? I know they're kind of still setting up lobbies. What this really gonna look like? Who do you think is gonna happen here? Oh, they are changing. So I gotta change this back up myself.
Yeah, since we are at halftime now, or just getting past halftime, 2 Flexy is gonna be going first.
I am just drawing on my screen real quick using a fantastic tool. And as I'm doing that, we do have 2 Flexy. So they're going to be doing attack on first, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, that is right. So now we're going to see it. Attacking first usually is, at least in my opinion, pretty significant. Feels good, no pressure really. You're setting the bar yourself. You know what I mean?
There's just so much cheeky play that can happen in Rialto with those high buildings all being all top of the water and stuff. But we got a lot of long range, we got a lot of close range coming on here. We got some boats that you can take a nice romantical ride on. But really what's going to happen here is, like you said, are they going to push it out? Are they really going to go for it? 2 Flexy is going to be able to set that bar. Is it going to be high or is it going to be low?
Yeah, we're just going to have to see. Looks like, actually, still 20 seconds. Not going to get fooled again like I have been before. Won't take their comms too seriously just yet. But For now, let's just talk about what we might see going into this next round.
Let's just say Symmetra, because I feel like that really gets the people going.
I want to say Symmetra. I want to see Symmetra, but I just don't see it. Actually, no, we have the new Symmetra. She's actually pretty interesting now. She's some pretty good strategies with her. Sorry, I'd forgotten about that. I think there's a good chance that she could at least be useful. So possibly run it.
Yeah, I see her a lot on Icon Wall, especially get past that first point, just kind of putting a teleporter into the back where the little broken bot is at with a vehicle, a little broken down car. Don't know what it is. Maybe a Chevrolet. Not sure. I don't even think they had those types of vehicles back then. And we're not really trying to advertise any vehicles either. I'm just saying, out of speculation. Don't criticize me too much. But anyways, really, we might be able to see some cheeky play coming out with this Metro or not. I really want to speculate it because it's exciting. Gets the people going. I've got goosebumps just talking about it.
Oh yeah, this is going to be real good. We're now down to 10 seconds. It looks like Team Primal is just going to be sticking to actually the classic dive comp, but sub Mercy and for a Zenyatta. Point is, they really want to just go for the quick and fast dive, tear apart their death ball. Although Dive Turkey might have something to say about that. With the break, could shut down Visors really hard on the Tracer. We'll just have to see.
Well, yeah, Visor's trying to get in that back line, not doing too good of a job there, especially along with Polar. They need to be playing like kind of tag team together, going into the back line and taking them out, especially with Ace kind of jumping around everywhere. Taking down Sniper's gonna be detrimental for the enemy team. The two Flexy defending here, but oh, here we go. There's some happening here. Polar into the back is trying to get in there, but no, gets taken down by Ace. What a headshot coming out as he gets sustained. Mid-busted man is down with the healer. Both healers down by two Flexy. This is going to be detrimental for the team of two Flexy as they need to push back Primal. And they're just going to go into a full rage. We're close regrowth at a 75%. It's going to be ready to pop off here in a very short moment's notice. Ace trying to go for it as Jive as a third healer on two Flexy. Trying to keep that around there with the ultimate already coming in. What a quick one coming out by two Flexy. Primal trying to hold this back in. We do have damage boost coming in from the Mercy above. Racer going for it, but it's just not enough. There's no focus fire targets happening right now. It's just pure luck of the draw. There goes Shooty into the double as they clean up the rest of that. Polar is looking for a decimated shot himself. Into the back line is trying to go ahead and pick it back up once again, but no, two Flexy is flexing around the neighborhood as they push him back on Rialto.
Yeah, definitely a pretty good hold here from two Flexy. They managed to shut down the dive pretty well. I think it started off pretty good, but they're kind of all over the place. Now Visors, instead of trying to deal with him on the Tracer, wants to deal with him at range on the Widowmaker. So that if he can do that, it might actually give them the opening that they need.
Regrow into that Primal range already halfway done through that hop and skip and jump into the back line. When they get your blade going up hot, is it going to be enough to go ahead and take down anything? Polar's trying to do some damage, but there's too much healing coming up by two Flexy as they went to blow the defensive transhold here, trying to take down Regrow himself. They overextended past the point. Shoot it! Oh, went for a single charge, and they did take down in the back line. As well, the Mercy's going to be looking at the hammer at the back end of her night time as Razor tries to go to the back line with Polar himself. Does get taken down by mid-plus man. Oh, there it is! It's going to be reset for Primal.
Yeah, shoot it dead. So reckless, but it did end up paying off. Got two, one of them being the Mercy. Despite him going down, it didn't really matter. There was nothing that Primal could have actually done with that. So they decided they're going to just drop the dive comp, swap to the Rhine, get the Rhine in there as well. And the Zarya.
Yeah, Regrow kind of by himself with a Zarya up front there as well. We'll see if they can go ahead and get enough to get a surge out within a minute. Oh, there's so many surges that are coming out as well. There we go with the defensive coming in with the swings as well by Shooter. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain this out as Primal's starting to take the shots off. But oh, with the Visors, there it is. That's exactly what they needed. Disadvantage coming up by two Flexy as they're down by three. Almost now. Jive down. There's the third. Ace busy trying to get out of there, but slowly doing the damage as Polar's raining down hailfire from the top. Raining that fire. We can see a cleanup coming up by the rest of two Flexy as Primal gets to push the point into number two.
Yeah, there's less than a minute left. You might have been starting to flex if you were Primal, but they did manage to finally pull it together. The Graviton didn't do as much as it could have, and because of that, they managed to turn it around on them and got the kills they needed. Now Ace here is going to swap to the Hanzo. Looks like they're running a double sniper comp. However, both snipers do go down.
Looks like it's working out for them pretty well. Two Flexy feeling the real from those double snipes as well. There's a single snipes from Visor specifically. but they're trying to go for it. Two Flexy with the doubles on there, trying to get them down before they get into a very close quarter combat. More like to a brawl. Polar, don't know what happened there. Maybe the wall was just a little bit too close. Maybe check it out in a mirror. Farrah does like to look at herself.
Yeah, and now Primal's looking pretty good. Now they got almost four ultimates going for them. They have the Graviton Surge. Actually, both tank ults, one support ult, and Polar, despite having the...
Oh, double reverse coming in there. Shot coming up by Shooted, but also we do have another charge coming up by Regrow. They both used their ultimates. Both hammer downs were done, but it looks like the one who did prevail is going to be Primal. And with a heavier ult economy coming in here, they can fully push against two Flexy to push them back and out of here. Ace trying to desperately do the damage back onto Primal, get those headshots off, but it's just not working out too much. They kind of have to fall back around the corner here. And the Graviton Surge is coming out very real. Defensively coming out here with a charge. Oh, but it's not enough to sustain that, but it was a good defensive coming out by Shooter himself. And also by Mythbustin to clean it up. Primal's taking it up and sweeping them under the rug.
Yeah, it's too bad. Used the Transcendence and it didn't even work, so now they don't have that for the next fight. However, they're getting close to the big combo, the Graviton Dragon Strike. We're probably going to see that soon, as there's no Diva, I should say, to eat it. And it really just depends on Ono Potato and whether or not his sound barrier can actually withstand it, but it's very unlikely.
No one can.
With almost over half the team there already on fire. Shooted is ready to get there on fire himself, swinging away, trying to get his ult as fast as possible. The Graviton Surge going in as well. There's the damage they needed. Oh, I think it's not enough. Like I said, there's too much damage coming up by two Flexy with the triple into the quad. That's enough for them to go ahead and finish that up. Almost a kill, a whole team kill by two Flexy.
Yeah, when they run the Zarya Hanzo and you're caught in the grab, there is little you can really do outside of having a Diva eat one of those ultimates. But still, two ultimates gone. They still have 2 minutes left going into the next point. Both teams have the Shatter. However, Racer has the advantage here with the Valkyrie. It might be that extra push that they need to get around this corner.
Ooh, Mythbustin saying, hey, no, Polar, you're not going to pop off on our team. They did go back in here once more. Two Flexy now with the advantage going on to Primal. They're trying to just keep him at bay. I think they're going to reset and wait for the damage to get back from Primal themselves. So they're just trying to take a little... They're bantering. This banter damage is taking just a little bit. Oh, good shadow coming there. Two down already. But, oh, shoot, it did even better with a triple coming down and swinging into the back line. Shoot, it does get taken down very quickly. What a turnaround for Primal as two Flexy is reeling for this damage. They're retreating and hopping and jumping and skipping and back.
Yeah, not enough came out of Shoot It Dead's first Shatter. You know, it wasn't enough follow-up. Because of that, it really just didn't get any value. But now they have to drive Dragon Strike again. This is going to be really difficult for two Flexy to actually come back for this, because as we see...
Great Graviton coming here by the defensive, coming out by Mythbustin Man himself with the Twin Dragons going hot. Dragon Strike is flying off. I think that's what they're going to need. Primal, still Primal raging all day long as Ace Victor tries to go for the res. Isn't able to get off. No, the Fire Strike comes in so real as they go ahead and caps the point as Primal rage.
Complete.
Yeah, it feels even worse if you're Jive Turkey. Just got the Riptire, but just a little too late. Tries to pop it on spawn and immediately gets destroyed along with himself.
Healing from licking their wounds. We're going to see what two Flexy is going to be able to pop off on this time. I know they're coming in pretty confident, but that might be a little bit too confident as they go against Primal here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you know, 1 minute isn't too huge of a time bank. This is definitely something that can be... This is something you can make a comeback from. They just have to make it all the way and take it in the next round as well. But still, making it all the way is not the easiest task. Easier said than done. It really just depends on how well they play.
Well, let's see who takes the riverboat ride this time. Maybe we'll get something a little bit more cheeky going on. But really, I think we're seeing a standard open by both teams going to a Ryan Zarya. Very common here, especially in the Diamond scene. Low Masters as well. You know, not too much dive comp being played as a defensive either, but that is very cheeky itself. Like we were talking about, we're hoping to see some exciting play, but we'll find out. These are standard comps coming out by both two Flexy and Primal once again.
That's right. So far, it seems like we're going to be seeing pretty similar things. The Ryan Zarya. However, Visors is going to be running the defensive brigade. So that definitely could be interesting. They could be expecting the dive comp, similar in fashion to what they did on attack in the round before this. Definitely a good counter to those dive DPS. Shield bash is so strong. You literally stun them for so long. just gives you enough time to either finish them off yourself or have a teammate come help you. So it really just depends on how well they can play around that.
5, 4, 3,
Well, hopefully someone can get the assistance in there and getting the shots down, and for 2Flex to go ahead and push this back. As this open does come in, their fire strike goes for it, but now they'll get enough here. And they're on the high ground, great advantage. I think they're going to be ready for the drop down once it comes in and the payload gets a little bit closer.
That's right. And should also mention Polar and Ace running the Pharahs opposite to each other. It's really important who wins this duel here. On top of that, to give enough, the ground war is just as important. You know, if you can take out the enemy Pharah, it really helps you win the ground war as well. Your team doesn't have to worry about rockets going into your team, and you have that extra added damage uncontested from your Pharah.
Rogue Native already with a shot down onto Flexy. They push them back now. They know they do have the advantage. Oh, with a double boom coming out there. Jive Turkey next to be slaughtered, and there it is. Oh, Primal took it. 2Flexy down again.
Oh yeah, that's gotta hurt. That's why this first bridge is so painful. You know, if you're not careful, you can get thrown right off of it, and they learn that the hard way. It looks like some swaps are gonna come out because they just want to deal with Polar the old-fashioned way, the good old hit scan. They actually run the double hit scan here with the Widow and the McCree.
Shooting going for the charge in, but oh, with a pin coming in as well. The defensive bubble was ready and going there too, already down from Primal. They have the advantage coming here now. Once more, can they go ahead and pick up the rest of this? I think it's going to be a fight to the end. Polar ready to go ahead and pop off. Let's go and see if we can go ahead and get some shots out for that barrage. No, but the shot's coming in just a little bit faster as Recro takes back in. Oh, good shatter coming out by shooting. Oh, there it was. Cleaned it up. It wasn't needed, but 2Flexy's pushed him forward.
Yeah, I think he just really wanted to flex on Regrow right there. Just immediately stop his movements. Oh, we see Polar up on the top, trying to look for a rocket barrage maybe before they actually get to the point. And there it is.
Sneaking the back there with the double, and there it is. Oh, finally, Primal had the chance to go and turn that back around. But as we see 2Flexy trying to reel back from that, Rogue is in front and ready to be taken down with a Valkyrie. They might need to pop that defensively, but they just need to be reset and a change back by 2Flexy.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. If you're Primal, you only cost you 2 ults. You use 1 support ult for, you know, prepping for the next fight. Now everybody's armored up with that extra 100 armor. Makes a huge difference. And they have 2 of their other support ults still. So, feeling pretty good. However, both support ults are active on the other side. Rogue Killer might get the Graviton in this next fight if he can get the high energy, so...
Shooted taking a lot of damage as he's getting shooted against him as well. The charge comes in and does connect into a pin. Into the back though, a little overextended. Had to pop a Valve coming out by Ace Fizzer himself. With the defensive chance coming out as well. Did you see the defensive pushing back a little bit more? Primal starting to reel from this. They need to go and get back. Rogue is going to be taken down next as he tries to go for the reset. Racer in the back as well. I don't think they're able to go ahead and sustain this as Primal gets taken down. 2Flexy pushes in to the first point.
On top of that, Racer and Rogue Nation get staggered. Oh, and Polar as well. That's really bad. Now they have the bad spawn. They gotta back off and wait for them to respawn. However, for that exact reason, I really question the use of the Infrasight right now. You know, the team's not going to be attacking. They're not going to be poking their heads out. So there's really no point here. You know, they're waiting for the rest of their team to respawn. By the time they get there and this fight actually starts, the Infrasight's just going to wear off.
Ooh, Brigade going for it, and there it was. So following up with Regrow, they kind of fight on that top balcony area, be able to go in for a smoke or a drink break, but they're definitely not taking a break of this because they get taking them down once over and again. Potato going in there. There's a chance for them shooting with the charge coming in. Oh, countered out. What a great job coming out by Regrow himself to the counter stun with a fire ult economy coming out by Primal. They can do this. They need to push back on Roller. There's going to be taken down as well. Oh no, just a cleanup coming out by both heroes. As Primal does take the lead on this one, they're pushing it back. And push it back to Flexy.
Yeah, definitely good retake, and they used very little to no ultimates to actually do it. And what makes it even worse for 2Flexy, Shoot It Dead used the Earth Shatter, didn't actually find anything from it. So now all they have is the High Noon and Rogue Killer's Graviton Surge. However, they have so much to deal with on Primal's side. You know, they may want to, they still have 2 minutes left. You may want to try and take at least one dry push, you know, bait some ultimates out. You know, you really need something unless you want them to just put this next fight on your head.
2Flexy trying to go too cheeky. Didn't work because they really didn't have pill. Oh, there's Brigida down here. Are they going to go ahead and punish that? 2Flexy trying to run up here on the front here, but we do have to see Reinhardt. Regrow might be looking for a high shatter, also known as an angel hammer coming in here. but it's not enough. But we do have the Graviton Surge, just gotta clean that up. Defensive ball coming out by the Rico on Potato. There it is, there's enough to go and pick that back up. Oh, even reverse! Graviton Surge into a Primal. Let's see if that goes hidden, cleans it back up. As oh no, Potato goes for the high noon. And we do have 2 Flexy. Joe to jive. Oh, he's jiving around. Myth busting man as well, trying to keep that down as well, but not enough. As Primal slowly taking down some 2 Flexy jive. Very close on Death's Door. Does knock on Death's Door and enters it in with Myth busting closely following and being taken down. Primal did a great job with it defensive on this point.
You see, that's the problem when you run the Widow and McCree instead of the Widow and the Hanzo. You have no follow-up with the Graviton Surge. You know, the grab was great. It got so many members of Primal in it, but, you know, the lack of follow-up, no ultimate to follow up with, or no real damage to be done, it was ultimately doomed to fail. And because of that now, they have nothing. They just have the Valkyrie, and that's about it. And we're going to see the Dragon Strike come out too as well, actually.
Kind of pushes about some of the heroes and the players here, but what's even more detrimental is that they're going for the swings. They're definitely taking out that charges to retreat and get out of the damage area. But no, we have 2 up by Primal, as we do have Feud. It is going to be taken down as well. Oh, there it is! Rogue trying to go in the back, but the Shatter's just too real. Does not connect, was enough to scare someone and shatter the ground underneath Rogue, as does kind of get back and retreat off that point. It's 18 seconds left. Oh, great Graviton! Whoa, great Graviton Surge! Was not enough to go ahead and clean the rest of that up. There was no one from 2 Flexy to help sustain some of that damage. With 10 seconds left on the clock, it's not going to be enough for 2 Flexy to push this in. This is almost going to be a clean game for Primal. Don't know where I was going with that, but yes.
I thought you were just waiting for the time to run out, but it does, and Primal is gonna win. You know, I feel bad. I think Rogue Nation definitely just panicked when that last team fight. You know, they had 20 seconds left. They had time to regroup, but he throws the Graviton too early. You know, the Pharaoh wasn't even there, and he was so close to building the Rocket Barrage as well. You know, if we waited for that next fight, that could have been very different. They might have made it to the next checkpoint, but unfortunately, that's not what happened. And Primal wins.
Oh.
They do indeed, and with some authority, they were definitely. That's what happens when you don't talk for an hour and you listen to some Overwatch casting and then trying to hop right back in. But anyway, no, they definitely responded with some authority here. Coming in, I thought 2 Flexy definitely had a serious amount of momentum coming off of a really good win, but Primal, they put their foot down there.
Oh, they really did. They put up a Maywall, you could say.
Yeah, no, the Maywall really on Nepal. May was a very clutch pick there, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can pull Visors back up. All right, and we've got Visors here from Team Primal. I mean, I got to say, you guys, you called for the 3-0, but I thought we were going to see a closer match, but you made it happen. How did that walk me through it?
Well, you know, surprisingly, all that Fortnite practice, I guess, kind of did pay off in a way, I guess. We were more adept at taking the high ground, which we did basically every time. And high ground control is the best thing you can have. So, you know, taking high ground is like taking candy from a baby. So, you know, we did that. And we also just had some really good team synergy that game.
Yeah, it definitely showed. You guys are really just on point with your combinations, with your peeling, with just everything. You guys played so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was definitely some very, very tight play. I know it's going to have to be taken up a notch for the finals, where we're going to have to see who you're going to end up playing. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like.
Me too.
Muppins, how you feeling? How was your first Discord community throwdown experience?
Discord community throwdown, count me in, fam, because this was exciting. Call about the tingle jingles, whatever you want to say, because that was excellent. Visor, just want to say, Poggers, shout out to you, buddy.
Pog champ in the chat.
Exactly. Maybe not too much Pog. That was a little bit more like Pog with just all caps. But anyways, we'll get back to that. It was a great job. You know what? Your healers did a fantastic job sustaining your team, keeping them alive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you guys had some great wombo combos that did come in as well. Do you guys practice the wombo-y combo-ys, or do you just kind of, you whim it? You say you take the high ground. Do you whim it from there? Do you guys actually practice this out? And is it thoughtful play?
Well, you see, the one time a week practice, we have to go through a lot. because a lot can happen in one scrim. So we like to go through all aspects of it. But yeah, usually we like to focus on ult communication because you don't want to use too many ults in a one team fight because that could lead to disastrous what's it called things. So if you keep all your ults in certain areas, then hopefully you'll be able to win with that. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but on Nepal we really did well with that, especially on Village. Every team fight we had at least one ult used and one ult available, which is really what we were aiming for. So yeah, that was a Pog champ.
Yeah, just kind of averaging them out to make sure that you have a steady stream of ultimates. That is something that absolutely can come in handy and be the difference maker between teams when you're playing at a higher level like this, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I'm going to let you go. Good job. You guys have solidified your spot in the Discord Community Throwdown Season 1 Finals. And technically...
Yeah, I just booked the tickets.
Yeah, technically you guys also solidified $60 cash at a minimum. So congratulations
Oh my
there.
god, that's more than I have in my wallet. Yes! I'm going to get some V-Bucks.
Yep, worst case scenario, you guys will win $60. So congratulations there. And of course, there is always the chance that if you guys win, your captain, I hate to tell you, it won't be you, but your captain will win a pair of One More headphones. Who's
Oh, dude, I have
nice
some of
enough
my
to
own. There's
sponsor.
some great products.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Spearhead. They're very good.
all right, sweet. Well, anyway, hopefully Ono Potato can bring some of those home.
We
Anyway,
hope so too.
well, good game, and we're gonna cut you free to go talk with your team.
Thank you. Fangs down!
Okay, there we go. That's probably what he was gonna say last time before we asked. But guys, thank you so much for casting with me and being a part of these finals. I think it's some really good stuff. And thanks to One More for giving us a few pairs of headphones to give away. Be sure to look for details on that in the final matchup because a fan will be getting a pair. And yeah, no, they are good stuff. I didn't realize the advisors actually had some, so that's cool. But no, Primal takes the win here. Our #1 seed moves on. They are ready to defend their regular season title because they were undefeated and accrued the most points versus the winner of On Fire versus Core Quixotic. So I'm excited to produce that and see what happens, and I hope you guys are ready to watch. But for now, I guess we're good to go tonight. So it has been an excellent time. Thank you to Muppins. Thank you to Beatdown Boulevard. You guys are killing it, and I look forward to working with you guys some more.
Excellent.
me as
Thank
well.
you so much.
For sure. Well, for now, good luck, have fun, and throw down.